Oh, you weren't recording that whole time. Fancy, you weren't recording at all. All right. Check it out. This is Pocahontas. She is the year 2000 1500 cc Kawasaki Drifter. Let's see. So I got her in 2016. I had just gotten into a motorcycle accident. I had a 2004 Yamaha V-Star 1100, and I was just left a Bible study. Actually, it wasn't a Bible study, I'm sorry. It was actually a graduation for a course that I had taken with the church. It was called the Lead Like Jesus course. So I left that course, that graduation party. I was going down Route 88 in New Jersey here, and I came out to a fork in the road, and there's traffic coming towards me. As I'm going through this fork in the road, I'm staying left, I'm following the road. So I'm going around like this, and there's traffic coming this way. I come around, and this guy comes out, and he clips the back of my bike and kicked the bike out from underneath me. So he kicked the bike out from underneath me. I went flying one way, the bike went flying another way, and that bike was totaled. So with the money that I got from that accident, I took and bought this. I always wanted an Indian. Obviously, this is not. I still can't afford an Indian. I would love to be able to one day, and will one day probably in my retirement. But I am different than other people, I guess. I don't like paying payments on anything. So I refuse to make payments on it. So anyway, I got the money to pay for this from that. I looked everywhere to find an Indian. I couldn't find one, but I found these, and I looked up the specs on this bike, and I got to a Facebook page about drifters and got into like a little community and got to know the people, and it was a really great experience, man. I put a ton of miles on this bike. I've had many bikes while I had this bike. This bike has almost 16,000 miles on it, and I put 10,000 miles on it in the last 4 years. So I've changed the suspension from air suspension to progressive, lowering it about 1.5 inches. I put saddlebags on it. Actually, it came with stock saddlebags, but they had saggy bags. I ended up getting these Viking bags for relatively cheap. I had a 2-up seat that I went down to a solo seat. Just mainly, my wife doesn't ride with me, and I thought it just looked so much better. I did get the luggage rack for it. I had to get that custom made because it's really hard to find parts for this bike. When I had to change the tires, I went to the white walls. I believe these are Metzler. Vance and Hine pipes. They had Vance and Hine pipes on the bike when I bought it. I took the windshield off, and I sprayed half of the bottom half black. I changed the the levers over to these adjustable levers, because they were, the way that the other ones fit, they were just awkward. I didn't like them. And this one was actually bowed out, so I guess the guy probably dropped it on a hot day and it came out bowed out. I put the circle mirrors on it because I really think that circle mirrors look, for the 1948 Indian, that was what you look for. I tried to keep it looking like an Indian. Well, I actually, the badges, these decals here, they didn't come with the bike. I had it. It had one badge right here, and I took them off, and I ran it with no badges for about a year. I actually got out of church one day, and there was a guy there. His name was Bill. He came up to me. He was like, "Dan, man, I love your Indian. Indian's my favorite bike." And I saw this bike sitting here, and it didn't have any emblems, and he made decals. So he actually went out and made decals. I still have a stack of them because he got like a bunch of different sizes, and I picked the size that looked best, and I stuck them on there. So I couldn't resist. It just looked so, I thought it looked so good. Yeah, the main reason I know a lot. This is the second time that I've shot this video, and I never used a GoPro before. I never really used any kind of camera before, and I sure as heck didn't do any YouTube before. So, but this might not be the first one that you see, but this is the first one that I've ever shot. But I said that to say this. The reason why I wanted to videotape this is because she's going to a new home, and I wanted to get some footage of her before I send her off. I'm gonna try and put this thingy on a thingy and go for a ride. We'll see if that works. All right, stick this thing in a pocket and let's go. We're gonna get some fuel. Bumpy roads ahead. So we're gonna take this thing for a ride to its new home. Kind of sucks because I said I know where it was, but now that I'm thinking about it, I'm not really sure. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I know where. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure I know where I'm going. Yeah, man, hopefully I got some shots. I'm gonna try. It's raining out too, so that's a help. But I'm gonna clean her up and send her out. All right, I think I'm gonna end this video now. Take care, guys. God bless.